Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Welcome back. It's been a pretty nice evening across middle Georgia. We have seen things cooling off pretty quickly thanks to some dry air that's in place out there for this evening. This looking out on our 41 sky view overlooking downtown Dublin, where we continue to see those clear skies and, like I said, the cooling temperatures, a little bit of a light breeze out there for tonight. And we're just going to continue to see those clear skies once again tonight, leading to a cool overnight. But I don't think it's going to be nearly as cold as it was last night. We dropped down into those low 40s, 42 where we started out our day today. 41 is the record set in 1961, so not quite there. 85 degrees where we made it to this afternoon, and tomorrow is actually going to be even warmer ahead of our next cold front. Temperatures across middle Georgia right now sitting really mostly in the 50s. We've got 60 degrees in Sandersville, 64 over in Butler, otherwise sitting at 57 in Warner Robins and Macon, and 59 up in Forsyth. Same thing really across much of the southeast. All of us either sitting in those 50s or 60s for tonight. You look over out to our west, though, and we're still seeing some 70s for parts of Texas and into Louisiana. That being said, we are watching a cold front that's going to be moving through for tomorrow evening and into Saturday. Right now, it's got a little bit of rain connected with it as it moves to the Great Lakes region. However, by the time it gets here, it's really going to dry out. We are not going to add any moisture to this system as it pushes in, so that's going to keep us dry, and it's also going to bring in some of that cooler air with it as well for the weekend. So the high pressure that we have been seeing stick with us, that's going to move out. We will see a warm up tomorrow into the mid and upper 80s, so just a little bit warmer than it was today. But this front's going to push through overnight, and by Saturday morning, we're going to really start to see some of that cooler, drier air pushing in. So highs on Saturday only warming up into the lower 80s, which is a trend that we see continuing as we're heading into Sunday as well. For the rest of tonight, temperatures fall to those lower 50s by around 5 a.m. through the rest of the day, though. For tomorrow, we are back in the upper 70s by lunchtime, mid 80s by the afternoon, and once again, some upper 80s will be possible as well. You take a look as we're heading into next week, very quiet weather pattern really setting up for at least the first half of the week. By the second half of the week, we could bring in a little bit more of that humidity. More importantly, we are looking at our next chance for some showers and maybe even thunderstorms coming in as early as Thursday as a cold front tries to make its way into our area. This would bring some cooling as we are heading into next weekend, so something we definitely have to watch pretty carefully as we are heading into much of next week. Right now, as far as any kind of severe threat is concerned, we are not looking at much here in middle Georgia, but it's definitely becoming that time of year. We're getting into second severe weather season as we're heading into October, November, December, so it's something that we are going to have to watch pretty closely. But at this point, we just kind of need the rain. We haven't seen it in 14 days here in Macon. We take a look out into the tropics. We now have what is left of Tropical Depression 12. We're really not going to hear about that one anymore. So it was nice to know you, 12, as you just hang out in the Atlantic. But 13, now a tropical depression. This one is the one that we've been tracking for a while. This is going to continue to make its way pretty much directly to the west. Anticipating that this is a Category 1 hurricane before it makes landfall in Central America. But once again, this is not going to be an issue for us here in middle Georgia. So just letting you know what's going on out there for right now. In just 10 seconds, I'll look at our 7-day forecast.
At Volume Chevrolet, get oil changes for life, plus a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Visit Volume Chevrolet, I-75 exit 187 in Forsyth. That's VolumeChevrolet.com.
And here's your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast, sponsored by Volume Chevrolet. We are going to see those temperatures in the upper 80s for tomorrow across the area. Plenty of sunshine once again, but behind that cold front, temps will be dropping into the lower 80s, especially by Sunday. We are going to stay in the low 80s for much of next week before that rain and thunderstorm threat moves in on Thursday.